stand in the region. Now for this hour, we start with Arab nations. The United States has reportedly asked Israel to take responsibility for clearing rubble across the Gaza Strip, an operation estimated to cost up to 1 billion shekels, according to a senior Israeli official quoted by Yinit. Israel has agreed to the request, though the Prime Minister's office is not commenting publicly. The scale of the destruction is immense. The UN Development Programme estimates roughly 68 million tons of debris across Gaza. Qatari Prime Minister Mohammed Abdulrahman Al-Thani said this week that Qatar will not pay to rebuild the enclave, arguing his country should not write the check to rebuild what others destroyed. The Ynet report also says U.S. Ambassador to Turkey Tom Barak will meet with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu next week in an effort to convince Israel to accept Turkish troops in Gaza, an idea Israel firmly rejects. Officials say Washington is now emphasizing reconstruction in its discussions, while Netanyahu privately maintains that disarming Hamas will ultimately fall to Israeli forces. Now for this discussion, we welcome Mr. Aaron Lavarco. He's an Israeli journalist, joins us live from Netanya. Thank you very much, Mr. Aaron, for joining us again. Good to see you. Now, looking at all these developments, how do you align, or in your analysis, how do you see how aligned are U.S. and Israel right now?
Well, you know, President Trump and the U.S., they are the leader of this so-called peace deal that Donald Trump waged when he was here about 2 months ago. He was the man responsible for bringing our last living captives home. He managed to unite a number of Muslim nations to bring about, I mean, it's called a peace deal. I don't necessarily see it as a peace deal. I see it more as a ceasefire. And even though it is far from being a ceasefire, that has been a big part of the outcome of the so-called peace deal. Now, the long-term goal, of course, it is a peace deal. And of course, Israel wants to be aligned with that. Israel doesn't want to fight. Israel doesn't want to be at war. This last 2 years has been very, very costly on lives, on livelihood, on tourism, on trade, on agriculture. The sooner this gets finished, the better. In regard to the rebuilding of the Gaza Strip, which was a big part of Donald Trump's plan, let me say personally, I'm a little surprised that Israel has agreed to pay for at least the cleaning up. As you mentioned, 68 million tons, which I read somewhere it was the equivalent of about 168 Empire State Buildings. That's a mass amount. So for Israel to agree to cleaning that up, they say it's going to take about 7 years. So, okay, we'll do it. We've agreed. We'll go ahead. We'll do the cleaning up in order for Donald Trump to implement phase 2, which will be the rebuilding of the Gaza Strip. So this is going to take a long time. And also, I think one of the reasons why Israel are agreeing is because they also, part of the cleaning up, they also want to see the disarmament of Hamas, who are still in the Gaza Strip. So in general, in answer to your question, how is Israel and America aligning themselves? I think for the most part, we're seeing eye to eye in every relationship. There's going to be differences. Who is going to be the players? Who are going to actually be occupying the Gaza Strip? Is it going to be Turkey? Is it going to be Qatar? Is it going to be Egypt? Already Israel is not eye to eye with America on that topic, especially when it comes to nations like Turkey. Israel has vehemently disagreed to allowing Turkey to be part of the ground forces inside of Gaza. Turkey have made it very clear that they want to revive the Ottoman Turkish Empire that they were ruling from 1517 to 1917 before the British came over and took over for their 30-year British Mandate period. So, yeah, for the most part, at the moment, we're seeing eye to eye. One of Israel's major concerns, what happens after Donald Trump? Who is going to be the next president of the United States? We've seen how the United States goes from Democrat to Republican to Republican to Democrat. And some of the Democrat presidents aren't as favorable toward Israel as the Republican presidents are. So this is a major concern post Donald Trump. And let me tell you, word out on the streets is that the newly elected mayor of New York, the Muslim jihadist, he is being groomed to be the next president of the United States.
Mr. Lavarco, thank you for sharing that. Please stay with us as we are running out of time for this discussion, but please stay with us as we come back to you for our next discussion as well.